Good afternoon, and what is a mild, bright and sunny day. It is Sunday the 29th of October. I've got a nice hot cup of tea and a package to continue unboxing. And what I have got in here, I've basically been going through this lot. I'll show you. There we are. That's what I didn't want to happen, but it's fanzines, all from the Smoking Wyrm monographs and content, and I've been opening the fanzines for this. So far I have unboxed and had a look at. Let's have a look. That's number 2. And that is, should I see the number? That's the one I actually want. So, number 3 and number 1. And these all echo sort of like the if you remember, the street scene in the Dungeon Master's Guide of the horseman being chased down the street. It's that location. And it's being threatened by the Mythos. And it's the street location is actually on the island of Rhodes, because I actually saw someone there going, "Look where I am." But anyway, it's Tales from the Smoking Wyrm, volume number 4, and we've got a menu on the back. That's all where the contents page is. These are very well produced fanzines, and we open up and we have some really nice artwork, and we basically list the credits. And without further ado, we simply get on to the first encounter, the first of the content, which is on trolls. And we've got some really nice artwork, and the option here in which you can play a trollkin as a player character. So you've got full 10 levels of the character stats, possible mutation types, weapons training and alignment caster level, essentially, and mutations and defects table as well, because essentially they're sort of like changelings, and then we have other sections on the holder folk, or the hidden folk, so on, and then the Reese's. So these are all different types of trolls and trollkin, a little bit different to what you would normally expect from average depiction in fantasy, which is more like the Durs here, or Thurs. You see much more brutal and muscular, and then we have an appendix of source material for different trolls, such as the Broken Sword by Paul Anderson, or the 3 Heroes and 3 Lions fiction. And it's more essentially drawing on Norse myth as much as anything. And then at Potted Meats, we have a purveyor of provender, as it were. In this case, potted meats, and descriptions of them. You know, you just sort of like, okay, there's potted meats, you can buy those. And they will have strange effects and so on. And then next section is Culpeppers, herbal, which is looking at particular herbs and how they can be used in game. In this case, we have Black Alder, detailed description, illustration, Wild Angelica, so on. And then we have on trolls on alternatives to luck, and we have a nice discussion of troll folklore and history in role-playing games. So it's actually stepping away from just going, here are trolls as we see them, but here's a bit more background to them. You know, whether or not you want to stick to what we've done or incorporate more of what we've got here. So we have variant luck rolls for trolls, and the trolls weird. Just how fantastic and odd you want to make the inclusion of the trolls in your game. And then we have organisations in DCC, Dungeon Core Classics, expanding militant orders and thieves guilds, among other things. So discusses what is an organisation, organisations in RPG history. So it's I like that you so already you've got an article entry on trolls in role-play history. Now we've got a history of sort of like organisations in RPG history, which is providing a very nice overview of both of their subjects. It's providing context, which I absolutely appreciate. So benefits of being in an organisation, and we've got some samples like the Cannibal Club, a venue for discussing subversive religions, sexual, racial, gastronomy, and other taboo topics. So we've got a list of samples down there, and that was just the first one. Then we have traits of organisations, and basically organising it sort of like, so we've got like a name, goals, requirements, and benefits. So it's all simply placed, for you to digest and use and bring into your game. And then we have some samples. So we have the Beggar King. So we've got a beggars kind of guild, City of New London town citizenship. So and beggars, ordinary citizens. So the goals of a City of New London town citizenship is identify those who are citizens of the City of New London town from those who are not. And so on. The Order of St. Stephen, a militant religious order, of course, which grants the ability to do a shield bash. And then we return to a familiar subject, expanding familiars, with new options for familiar types, which is the elemental patron, and we've got a list of elemental abilities. So you can have, one actually related to fire, earth, water, or air, and then we have the primordial Shabaha minor jinn. And you have tables for creating what your Shabaha familiar looks like. So it might have the head of a tortoise combined with limbs of a civet and so on. So depending upon your alignment, and then you need to negotiate an agreement with them. So you've got a table for that, and then we have at the end Onward Retainer, which is sort of like the traditional kind of comic strip you used to get in fanzines, and now is in here, and it tackles a sort of like a semi familiar subject matter of Dungeons and Dragons style humour, which is how the retainers, your hirelings, suffer under the guidance or direction of the adventurers, the player characters. And then we've got a bit of a dirty contract, which you can throw at the player characters as basically use, and some adverts at the end, including a nice bar shop there. So that is Tales from the Smoking Wyrm, issue number 4. And I'm looking forward to reviewing all of these when I get down to doing the fanzine focus reviews over the course of each year. I actually really like fanzines because they're always a hotbed of ideas and discussions and new ways of and new things that can be added to your game. Some of them are actually useful, some of them are silly, some of them you might want to think about, because they send your game in a different direction to the one you may want it to go in, and so on. So, Tales from the Smoking Wyrm, designed for both Dungeon Crawl Classics and Mutant Crawl Classics. The use for Mutant Crawl Classics is doubtful. I mean, this content here is generally not as useful for Mutant Crawl Classics because that's more based on Gamma World. It's more of a science fiction setting than a fantasy one. But there's still plenty of content in here for your Dungeon Crawl Classics game, and this is from Blind Visionary Publications. So, hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you did, then please do click on the like button down below, and of course if you've got any comments or feedback, I do appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be able to see more unboxings in the Nook, where you'll see me out here with a package containing a book or game, or in this case a fanzine, which I will unbox and chat about to the best extent of my knowledge for roughly 10 minutes or so, all of course accompanied by a nice cup of tea. Then please do click on the subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching another unboxing the Nook. Be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.